Like that. It's live, so we can go live. Give me a little description over here so we can get this What Up Though radio show started at the beginning of U City and the end of the city. We're on the west side of the town.
That's the beginning of the city.
I don't know. You going from where we go, right to left or left to
I
right?
guess if you're coming from U City, it's
From the town is the beginning of the city. I'm from the city, so this is the end of the city.
stop the cat.
But anyway, here we are tonight, man. We got Tattoo in the building, Fur rolling the joint. Of course, we got my guy Fats right next to me. This is the 8th episode of season 5 of What Up Though Radio on another Tuesday evening, breaking this fall weather in, getting crispy out there. I hope everybody's had a nice week. I definitely did. At least the last 2 weeks have been great to me. A couple of topics that we were going to discuss this evening on the importance of nurturing platonic relationships with the opposite sex. I made a post the other day that seemed, it was kind of comical to some, but it was trying to be a positive point. It was, I stated that you'll never be able to have sex with every woman that you want to have sex with. And I think this is good advice. My dad told me that a long time ago, but it was more of like you waste so much time chasing women so many times that you like, if you're always chasing the next pretty girl, it's always going to be some girl that's prettier than the woman that you always with. We're going to dive deeper into that stuff.
That's what you meant when you put that on there?
No, I meant what I'm saying.
Oh, all right.
So also, in this day and age, we talk about slavery and all that time, but are we our worst enemy in 2022? What's holding us back now? Also, just some random topics of fallouts. What did you say earlier today?
What make you snitch on somebody? Shit, man. I know he's gonna bring it up.
We always talk about what we're gonna bring up.
But we talk about we gonna bring it up.
We're thinking about it.
Wait, I got it. It was shit. I gotta think about it.
All right. So now the reason the first topic was about nurturing platonic relationships with the opposite sex. Now, in the past couple of months, or even in the past year, I've noticed that the less aggressive that I've been with women, the better our relationship has been. Like as far as just talking to them about regular things and not necessarily speaking on any dating or any sexual attraction. Like even working, especially working relationships. How do you feel about that?
You don't talk about the relationship and liking each other. In my case, I feel like dating somebody now, like it's everything is so effortless. Like we don't we don't talk about any of that. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I mean, like me and your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's totally platonic.
Right.
You know, so it's like we get along a lot better because we don't have to worry about
fucking get again.
What?
Come on, bro.
Oh my God! First of all, let me say this is my brother, and we have never had sex. Don't do that.
Stop the cat.
Oh my God! I am not finna fucking
That's
play
what
with
we gonna play. I'm gonna play with him.
Oh my God! Like for real, this nigga is lying. Don't do that. No, that's not a joke.
We got
People
jokes.
really have thought that, and no, that's not true.
Look at that, like, oh, we got jokes.
We got
So y'all didn't think that's what I think about this is a joke, okay?
Oh my God! He done threw me the fuck off. I ain't even gonna
I
lie.
don't think you took the question the right way anyway. So
What about two tattoo at the end of the table?
I feel like solidifying what is it called? Platonic relationships with people around you is also important because you don't know if they're into you like that. You don't know if you're robbing them of their agency, which agency meaning like their ability to say whether they do or don't be a certain type of situation, whether it be verbal, physical, whatever. You know, so boundaries are always important. So always, to me, it's important to set boundaries and respect the other person's boundaries because it's women that be thirsty towards men too, that they really don't feel them in that way either.
The reason I brought it up because I think it's important. I think infidelity hurts our community a whole lot. So I believe like if we just sat down and be more mature with each other about certain situations, then we wouldn't necessarily get so many emotionally, like especially the youth, because they don't really know how to handle adversity right now. But when you complicate things with sex and relationships and things of that nature, a lot of goals don't get accomplished. So that's why I feel like it's important to nurture platonic relationships. Like it's easier. Like I think it's easier to help people or to get help from people if you set those boundaries that you just stated. Like, okay, well, I know we're not doing this, so I know. So if that's be a heating and cooling man, like they call him over there, they know that I'm coming over here to do heating and cooling. I don't really. This is all I'm doing over here.
So depends on what you got on.
He's not a good example. This is.
So they gonna be like, damn, every time I call him to fix my damn heater, he always wants something up there. I don't like what you got on.
I'm like, just call somebody else. Don't call me over here looking like that. Don't call.
What's wrong with you? I'm taking this one.
Man, you better go. Hey, now.
We need you to add to what we're doing right now. You're not nurturing anything.
Skip over segment.
I can't take it. I'm thrown off. I don't even think I can do the show.
Oh, but that one little comment?
Yes, because that has been an issue and people have questions.
People actually think y'all was
yes.
Why would
And
they
so for
think
you to say that is not right.
Why would they think that?
I mean,
Because they think anybody that I'm like my friends that I'm with or I'm around on a regular, they think I'm sleeping with them. People think men and women cannot be friends and families.
like even,
So you add it to the bullshit. That's annoying.
and for real, you don't really want to defend your stuff about shit that you ain't doing. Like for instance, me and Dax. Everybody in the world thinks that me and the owner of the establishment are sleeping with each other. And that's just not the case. And it's like, it's funny that you hear people just keep talking about it so much. Like, God damn.
But is it the reason why?
Oh, it doesn't be a
Hold on,
reason
wait. But it is the reason why.
Well, you talk about them
Yeah.
or me and him. Well, it don't have to be. I'm an example of why it don't have to be.
I'm a fairly decent looking guy. She's a fairly decent looking
But
woman.
maybe it's not you, maybe it's the person in their past.
Listen, but you can't put somebody else past on the next person.
You will.
But you can't do that.
Hold on, wait, fair. If I know from sleeping around, jumping around, and most chicks who I fuck with, I'm smashing. If they see me hanging around,
Why is people worried about my pussy?
It's not about you. So you know what I said?
No, but I'm saying.
I said the person who you with.
Listen, I just feel like it's not okay. Like, as a woman, it really makes me feel a certain type of way that I have to defend myself all the time about men that I've never been attached to like that. Like, that shit is draining.
Now, I can say this. For me, it might be my reputation precedes myself.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
that don't mean I'm getting pussy because he got plenty of pussy.
You better stop hanging around this nigga. You won't stop defending yourself.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's not okay.
It's the truth,
but I'm
though.
not gonna stop hanging around him because I love
Then you
my
gotta
dog.
keep defending yourself. Then
No, I
but
shouldn't
you already
have to
know what
do
it
that.
is.
Is that really okay? That
But
I would
it
have
is
to
what
do
it-
that?
But it is what it is.
Just because you're around someone, that means you just gotta be
And
having.
I'm not
sex
saying
with
dirty when I
people.
say this. If a nigga was fucking the whole city and you hang around with him, what you gonna think when you go out somewhere with
I'm
him?
not gonna think that. I'm not one of those people.
I'm not saying you. I just gonna think that you fucking with
But
him.
I guess because I'm different, I'm
She
just not
don't
gonna.
prejudge the
I
other
don't.
person because
But you-
of what this person
I'm not
did.
talking about her.
Exactly.
I'm
No,
talking
she's
about other
saying-
one at a
people.
time, one at a time.
Other people. If I'm in the club strip now, it's in any club.
That's an extreme.
Yes,
just
but
listen.
even if it's a
Hold on.
stripper, I'm still
Hold
not
on.
gonna think you
Let me
smashing
finish.
the
Let me
stripper.
finish.
Please
If
finish.
it's me,
What?
they be like, that probably smashing. And I'm respect. If it's somebody kind of cool like Jules, they be like, oh, that's just cool.
I'm like, Jones get pussy on
I'm just saying. It's just, look, see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? Jules ain't.
Quit playing with my boo.
PA, you don't see PA outside. Like PA ain't known to be outside all the time, mess with people. But if you see us all the time with people, you gonna be like, oh, already.
But that doesn't make that okay though, Fad.
But it's the
But that
a lot of
doesn't
shit
make
ain't
that
okay.
That's not okay. That's not cool.
people judge people every day.
But and that's fine. But that's not okay.
But it's-
That's not okay.
But you know what it is.
Like I shouldn't have that type of jacket just because of the type of men that I
Shouldn't
hang
happen,
around.
shouldn't happen.
That's bullshit.
Do you think
But
Do you think
know
whatever you have done in your life, like it don't necessarily have to be the man that you're around. It could be any man that you'll be around. Like
It's any man that I'm around that people see me with on the regular. They swear up and down that I have a sexual relationship
Why
with
is that?
them. Because I don't know, people don't look. For me, it's easier for me to get along with men. So I prefer to be around men. I can be myself. I can be as aggressive as I want to be, and it's never questioned. So when I'm with women, I feel like I have to tiptoe around them or walk on eggshells. So I prefer to hang with men. But any man that I hang with, then I'm considered like I'm fucking them, and I'm not. Like I don't think that's fair. Like don't give me a jacket that don't belong to me. That's simple. It's like women and men
They
can
don't
be
call
friends.
police on your ass.
do you think that's harmful? Like
It's very harmful.
how could that be harmful?
That's harmful because, like, okay, moving forward, like, a lot of times I have to explain things about you, like, to men that's interested in
Really?
me. Yes, I have to make
Baby, you
them
bopping,
sure that I'm not sleeping with this man. That's bullshit to me. Like, I might do something, like, yeah, I might have to do something, like, if Dirty called me or something, I'll put the phone on speaker just so they can see how we conversate with one another.
Well,
Like,
so it sounds like they intimidated by you.
listen, this is a lot. This is not just men, though.
I got a gay best friend, and he's a man, and he doesn't look gay presented. And people will like, gosh, I see you out with your nigga, so I didn't even want to say nothing.
Sometimes niggas try to say they just need to say that ain't my
You
nigga.
know what I'm But
Most
they
niggas
will
really
think,
don't. Hold
they
on.
will think
I'm
that
not
this
saying-
gay man
listen,
is my nigga.
Listen, most niggas really
And
don't.
we not fucking, that's not my man.
But
But I'm with him all the time, and we
But
go
most
everywhere
time-
together.
most time we don't. Like, just try to make sure you got no niggas, so we gotta go.
Everybody just
Everybody do that every time.
No.
For the same man. People do that all the
That's
time.
not the case.
Maybe
All the
he's
time
an
they be like,
intimidating
oh, I thought
person
that was
too.
your nigga.
Every nigga ain't
No,
answering
maybe
because they really
people
don't
need
care.
to check themselves.
But they still gonna ask.
Like maybe people need to just check themselves and don't think that.
So you don't think women do it to us too? Like I seen you with your little chick. Like who you talking about?
No, I'm not. My mind is not.
Everybody does it.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Somebody out, everybody does it. Just get.
I don't do.
I'm not
that.
saying you gotta get used to it, but it is what it is.
No.
And if it was
That's what I
somebody,
said. Is it harmful?
I don't mean
Is it
everybody.
harmful?
I mean
harmful.
both sexes do it.
I don't
I don't
think
mean
It's
everybody.
harmful.
I don't
Yes,
think there's
it
nobody
is.
who I ain't got with they be like, damn, you fucking her.
That's a
That
motherfucker.
shit
Like,
lame,
it's a
though.
difference from thinking about it
That
and
is
speaking on
annoying.
it.
It's lame as fuck. Like
But
that
that's
shit lame.
everyday life, man.
No, the fuck, that's not. That's not okay. Like I'm cursing and stuff. Like
You don't even curse no more.
exactly. Like no, it's not. Like that's not
everyday
okay.
life.
No, it's not everyday life, and people need to normalize
You know what?
minding their own motherfucking business
Because
and
again,
not giving people jackets that don't fucking belong to them. Like it's already hard enough. You know, like you sleep with a few motherfuckers and then somebody call you the biggest whore in the fucking city, and it's so hard to redeem yourself
Anybody got
from a
some tissue?
bad reputation.
she gonna
So it's like, don't do that.
So it's You don't feel a way if people feel like bitches is only around you because you got money?
I wouldn't give a fuck how they feel.
Like,
listen,
don't like him.
You don't think, I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know how many people that I met when I first met them, they be like, I heard you was a hoe. And I'd be like, okay, that's cool. After 2 months, they'd be like, you know what, you ain't nothing how they say it. It don't bother me. Now, if there's something from getting some money, I'd be like, hold up, y'all. I didn't fuck nobody's shit up. See, listen, the difference is, if you go on Facebook right now and be like, I heard Fat was a hoe, I'd be like,
it fucks up.
I can't be like, what the fuck? Now, if you go on there and say he fucked up my furnace and he robbed Fair for some money, I'm gonna defend myself then. Because it's something I heard about. I don't care.
What if I don't fuck with you though? And I'm with you. Well, say if Dirty didn't fuck with you. And I'm with you all the time, but Dirty got some business for me. But he not gonna put me on the business because he thinks that this is my man. So he's not finna put your bitch on no money. It stops that too. It involves your money too.
Like, how would I? But listen, how would I even know that though? I would never even know that. So it would never make
you
it to me.
care when you know that your money being
How else would I know? Like, what? Somebody might not like us because
he is the exception of all people.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Hey, listen. It's some people that don't like What Up Though Radio, and they might say, you know what? We ain't even fucking with y'all. How the fuck will we know? Who cares if I don't know?
They reach out.
Man, look here. I got a lot of shit going on. I wouldn't even give a fuck.
Well, some people.
We missed the point right there when you just said if it's fucking with your money, and that was one of the key topics when I was saying like why it's better to start nurturing platonic relationships with women that you don't have any love interest in. Like, let's start building relationships with each other. Because first of all, foremost, women need to talk to men sometimes about things that don't have nothing to do with sex and pussy and things of that nature. They need guidance.
Yes.
For other things other than they need help. Just like we need help for other shit.
You know what I got for that?
And it be real.
Baby mamas.
What? But you didn't have
that. But you're not fucking your baby mama.
Exactly. That's why we talk like that. That's what I said. That's what I got. I talk about baby mamas like this. Like we talk about their husband, we talk about my girlfriend. That's what we talk about all day. Like every secret they got, I know.
Well, you need
and vice versa
to talk to because I ain't keeping it 100 enough.
Is you crazy?
Yes.
And I'm talking to my baby daddy about every month.
Like I can talk to him about anything in the world. Like and it ain't going no further than that. And I think that's part of the reason why I ain't got a lot of female friends like this. You don't like they've been knowing me my whole life. Like how could you look at me when you talk to me? Don't look at me in this shit. Like they look like you on some bullshit. When you say, and then you look that way.
I'm just gonna hush.
It might be a good time, but
your feathers ruffled a little bit.
My feathers ruffled like a motherfucker because he started me off on the wrong foot. It's like I can't turn and switch off.
Well, go to the bathroom and put
no, the
water on
fuck
your face.
I'm not. Watch your mouth sometimes.
Man, get the fuck over. How about that?
I can't just get over it.
You can't be like that though.
What, get over it?
No, you can't tell somebody to get over something that you don't
care
about.
Taking this way too far.
No, I'm not taking this way too far.
You taking this way too far.
No, I'm not, Fed. You don't.
If there was a problem with you and Dirty, and you felt that strongly about it, you should have came out and addressed it.
Dirty, haven't we had these conversations before?
Have I had it with you?
It doesn't matter, but the fact that you put that out.
Exactly. So if I talk to Dirty, but Dirty like, man, that shit ain't no big deal. I'll be like,
oh my God. To you, it's not a big deal. But
has me and Farrah ever talked about this?
But this is the point that she's saying right now that it is bothering her. But she's like kind of drilling in the hole about it. Like
she should have left it alone then.
She did leave it alone.
I'm hungry. Yes.
Can we get a 30-second commercial?
I thought we were gonna be open.
Y'all got food.
But
you can read the fly.
This is a good example of you two guys on a date or on have these kind of conversations where you can build off of this, where you know, like, okay, even after the show is over, like, I didn't mean this or that by this or that.
He would never.
No, he just tried to apologize. He was like, I don't give a fuck. You think I'm gonna be in that boat?
Don't use PA in this situation.
PA. You try to come to a PA. What she say, PA?
This has nothing to do.
She got up and walked away.
Shiny today. I like your ball.
She got up and walked away when he tried to come to a PA.
You
think I'm gonna do that shit?
You did.
That's not cool. You can't play both sides of the fence.
Listen.
You try all the time. You can't do both. You're gonna be this or you're gonna be that. You can't do both.
But
fair, you can't do. It's either gonna be a tough guy or a woman. Which one is gonna be?
About the background of
you're gonna be a tough guy or a woman.
Going into detail about the background or where me and PA ended up and why I responded to him that way. You don't know nothing about why I responded to PA that way. PA knows why I responded to him that way. He definitely did. That's why I don't have to, because it's not everybody's business. But I feel like PA approached me the way, and he just handled me the way he did for a reason. And I didn't feel like I gave him any disrespect. I know he knew exactly where the energy that I was giving him was coming from. I know, and that's why he went out of his way to let me know that he wasn't coming for me. I know where that stemmed from. See, you don't know the background of it, so you can't really speak on that.
Moving forward.
You see how stupid you sound when I just shut the
That don't sound stupid.
No, it don't.
If you would have saw it, you'd have been like,
I heard everything that was going on about me.
how did you take it?
It's not got nothing to do with me.
No, I'm asking, but I'm saying from you not knowing how did you take it?
Man, we don't talk about
exactly
because this is not got nothing to do with it. Anyway,
I'm looking like
2022. As we go back and forth about black people this, white people this, and that, it's just those things or the other. And I bring up this topic because when I was in the NY, I was chilling, moving around just gracefully as I want to. And then when I saw some black people, I kind of tensed up. And I thought to myself, I'm like, damn, how do other races look at us if we look at ourselves like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I automatically got defensive when I got around black people and people that look like me. But for the whole 3 or 4 days prior to that happening, I was just moving around like, and then as soon as I saw some people that looked like me, I got in a defensive mode. And I thought to myself, like, damn, like I just said, how do other races look at us?
It depends on where you at.
If I look at myself like this?
It depends on where you at. Like, you've been in New York. Like, when I was in the Ozarks, I was happy to see black people. Mm-hmm. When I seen them Trump banners, I was looking like, man, I think we're in the wrong place. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, instantly, I didn't even know them people. When I seen them Trump banners, I'm like, man, I'm looking at the black people like, yeah, I know something happened. Like, we together. You know, so we spoke and everything. Almost like the difference is being in the city. Now we say in the city like, yeah, doing each other crazy. Right. When we was out there, like 10 of us, we all talking everywhere we go, like everybody talking to each other. We was kind of outnumbered. So I guess in New York, you kind of got the mindset they all on some bullshit.
And I thought about you when I started thinking about it, because I was like, I know it's places you like, no, I ain't going down there. You know, it's just as fun as this or the other. I'm just gonna save myself the worry of going down there and fucking with some shit like that.
Because I think they on some bullshit, even if they not.
So, do you think also racists that they just not racist, but other races look at us like all of us on some bullshit?
I probably would if I was white. Because you turn the news, like, if you don't really know black people and all you gonna get the perspective is what you see on TV, ain't too many nice guys on TV that's black.
Bro, how much do you interact with other races throughout the course of your day or just period like that?
Not too often. You know, I came up in a predominantly white school system, so I still have different race of friends and whatnot. I don't see them on a regular. I might communicate here and there with them, but I don't trust them like they don't trust us. Like white people, like I try my best not to. I don't trust white people. It ain't even that they all have given me a reason to not trust them, but I don't trust white people. I just don't. Like, I don't want my son to date them.
Just stereotyping them or what you see.
It's what I've seen, the things that
you learned.
Yeah, how they are, how they lie on us.
So could you understand that white people didn't trust us? If they were scared of us, could you understand it?
Well, no, because it's a different type of white people are more manipulating. Like, for instance, in high school, the white girls would get caught dating the black dudes, and they will always accuse them of raping them after they done got caught by their parents. So we at school and we seeing you interact with this dude, and we seeing how much you in love with him and all the letters and stuff you done passed him and talking about eating his ass and all that. And then as soon as your family find out about it, now it's this big ordeal. Everybody, parents is up at the school. The police is involved. I've seen it too many times, so I don't feel like it's the same thing.
I'm not trying to defend white people at all. But I know, like, if you turn it, let's say we was white and we turn on the news right now. The only thing we're gonna say about black people is we kill somebody.
Who really watch the news?
White people.
But white people make the news.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they make it for themselves, and all you gonna see is us. Like if you,
But
if you
I'm not going.
you wouldn't even come to the city.
Most black people are not going off of what they see on the news.
Most
black people, how they look at white people, are not going off based on what the news is saying.
That's why
They have had different experiences with white people, and that's why they feel that way. Most white people have not had those same type of experiences with black people, so they can't relate on the same level. It's more personal when it comes from us versus them.
I think it's more or less that we make it easy for them too, because it's like I'm just saying if I was white and I wanted to go on anybody's Facebook page, you probably gonna see a lot of black people fighting each other. Not saying like people don't do it. We always being perceived as
It's the
no,
same
when white people
thing.
do it, they get a
Did
Netflix
I just
special.
say that I said white people don't do it?
When
I
white
just said-
people do it, they get a Netflix special. So you see it. Oh, we watch it, and we
White
It's
people
highlighted in a different
White people
way.
Yeah.
control the shit.
It's
I think y'all agree with me. I just don't know it. White
No,
people,
I disagree.
white people
I'm
is
not.
controlling the way that we're gonna be, portrayed on TV.
I agree.
Even on the news, you're not gonna.
I
Listen.
agree
If we do something on the news, it's gonna be on at 5 o'clock in the morning when motherfuckers sleep. You're gonna see Prime 55. You got to classify like I was on the news. Now, if we do something bad, it's gonna be on 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. If I'm white, that's what the fuck I just saw. Damn, these niggas down on the north side shooting again. You don't know what's good people on the north side. All you see is high speed chases and everything. So if I'm white, I'm gonna look like I don't
But
fuck
that
with you. I'm
happens in
scared of y'all.
white neighborhoods
But
also.
we just don't see it a lot. That's what I'm saying.
But we know, but white people knows that it happens.
Because they live in the
Exactly. So what the hell?
So as we go into that, that's a nice segue into in 2022. Are we our worst enemy? Like,
I think so.
do we provide too many examples for white people or any other race or any other
Fuck that,
establishment to
because
be
just like Farrah said, it happens in those neighborhoods, and you know what they do? They take little Billy and they go and walk to their mom's door, they knock on the door and they say, Sarah, I just caught your fucking son trying to break into my car.
Yep.
Can you make sure that you
What
need to
do
make
we
sure
do,
he's
though?
going
Why-
to therapy?
Hold on.
You need to make,
Hold on.
like, they don't do the same shit.
But Tattoo, what do we do?
Let it be little DeMonte out trying to steal her car.
No, let the money try to steal your car. What do? I'm gonna call this person, that person. We're gonna go whoop his ass. We're gonna shoot him. That's what we do.
Yeah, like
No, I don't know about
we do
that.
the same thing. though.
It'd be more shootings over cars if that was the case.
What you? Anybody who got a Kia and said, if I would have saw them breaking in my car, I was gonna shoot their ass. That's what everybody gonna say. I would have shot that motherfucker. Ain't gonna be knocking on my door. I saw my son trying to break. Ain't gonna be on that. I would shoot your ass.
I feel like people
Because of
express.
slavery.
No, I feel like people express it like that because it's happening so much. So people are getting tired. Like, okay, you little motherfuckers steady stealing all of our cars. It's just like a big thing right now. So I think people are responding to that type of situation the way they are because of that.
I ain't just saying stealing cars. It's just that we just a lot more aggressive. We got a lot of aggression built up. And
I feel like, and so I look, okay, so a couple weeks ago, I was sitting outside on like Park in West Florissant, and I'm sitting outside, me and my girlfriend, we talking or whatnot, and two guys walked down the street, and they had on a mask, gloves, and a hoodie. So both of us was basically like, damn, they look like they finna go rob somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that's messed up. We straight prejudging them like that. You know what I'm saying? We racial profiling them. You know what I'm saying? We started talking about that. We stereotyped them. No. The weather was, you could have wore that. You know what I'm saying? You could have wore that during the time the weather it was.
What time was it?
Look, it was nighttime. You could have been wearing that. You know what I'm saying? But I think the fact that they had on a mask and they had on gloves too, that kind of threw me off. You know what I'm saying? But you see some older people who still is doing that stuff from COVID. You know what I'm saying? No, they not in just and in a gas station. I don't know.
That's the reason why you stereotype because that's what niggas do.
Yeah, but
you can just make this up.
But that doesn't mean those men that I stereotyped at that moment does that.
But I would have been more scared of them than people walking down normally. But if it was two white people like that, you wouldn't even thought that in your
all the time motherfuckers walking down the street. Normally,
if I would have saw two white motherfuckers dressed like that walking down the street, yes, the hell I
on West Florissant and Port,
I would have looked at them like they about to rob somebody.
On West Florissant,
I would have looked look at them like
I
they
said
finna rob
I said
somebody.
they might have some mad shoes. So they can get their
Yeah,
ass
I would
whooped.
be like they finna rob somebody. Just bottom line, like it didn't matter what race they was, but I just feel like I racially profiled them brothers, and I don't.
Me as a man, I don't really think of it. Not saying that it can't happen again.
DT.
I'm not looking at it with
Yes.
Thanks
Thanks for
sitting
having me.
down.
I miss
You
y'all
got
too.
some fans on
I ain't gonna go there.
What we on right now is in 2022. Do you think we are our own worst enemy now?
Yes.
Explain that for me.
I
What could we be doing better that we don't need no assistance from no other? We don't need nobody.
we have to change the whole culture because our evolution is not evolving in the correct way. It doesn't help that we have social media that makes people believe that it's another outlet to be able to, well, I can't get them this way, so I say this on the internet, so I'll do it this way. And it's nothing good is coming from it. We are a sad case right now. And everybody wants to act like we're not.
I agree.
But I was at the light the other day, and this man just was walking to my car. I just ran the light. Like, I don't know if this man was coming for me or not, but I was already ready. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've never had to think like that growing up. I just was at a light. I see you, nigga. You see me. What we do. But now it's like, I'm not finna sit here. I'm not gonna wait on you to decide on whether or not you coming for me, because I'm already be gone by the time you decide that. I don't. That right there don't figure it.
Do you think like on the internet we should do like more friends only, like seeing your shit, like everything should be like a friend type thing?
Most of your friends on the internet aren't even your friends really, unless you're either in a certain type of employment or if you have a certain type of age bracket.
Only reason why I say is because you really ain't got to see all this shit depending on
It's
what
a
friends.
Let me say
mindset,
this, because I make the decision that when you know it's people on there that you actually know, and you know how they living is so falsified from what you see in those social media, it kind of withdrew me. Like, I don't want to be a part of that, because that ain't me. My caliber is real. If I work out all day long, that's what you're gonna see, is me working out.
Right.
I choose to only watch the people that work out. I choose to watch the people who kids graduate from kindergarten. I choose to watch people helping people. These are the things that I choose to. Let me tell you, I will go home and watch cartoons all day, and people will be like, how do you watch this every day? Because every other time that I turn on something is so negative that it builds bad energy in me. I don't want it. I can laugh all day at cartoons, and I'm a happy individual. Most of the time people see me, they say, hey, you act the same way all the time. It's a choice. You got to choose to want better for you. And make sure that I put that same energy on her, and she put the same energy on you, and I put it on her.
You're gonna heal the world one day, BT.
We all the
love this
world.
lady.
All the children.
I think you write these little answers down.
We all the
You think you write these answers down.
I'm gonna do girls next year.
Okay, cheers. Motherfucking cookies up this year. I swear to God.
So what would be?
What's your answer, Dirty?
I would, normally slavery, because it worked so well. Then crack that drove the point way more through. But it's like now when I look at it now, I'm like, come on now, we really don't be having no excuses to be doing some of the dumb shit that we be doing sometimes. Like the system is a motherfucker. The kids really don't have any social skills to deal with adversity, so there's no gray area anymore. It's just black and white. When I say it's a pinch to me. The shit works so well, but I think since we know what all this stuff is going on, when do we just sit down and look in the mirror like, man, I didn't have to do that, or there was a better way to do this than do that? Because the violence that we put upon each other. This past weekend, a friend of mine had a bonfire from the tracks, so we just bonfire. We
should have stereotyped.
40 of my tracks for those that don't know.
We up just chilling, thinking so nice. There's grandparents out there, little kids, and it's 8 o'clock at night, 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Here's some gunshots. Then all of a sudden, that motherfucker turned into Iraq in 5 minutes. I'm like, it's people all brown and crying, people crying and shit like that. Cause like, man, we didn't get all this shit before. Like, what the fuck? We just chilling, wouldn't even know. And it was just like, why are we doing this now? Like, even if you have static with a neighborhood, like, why do you feel like you can just, and the atmosphere that's going on down there right now? Why do you feel like I can just go down there and shoot at people that don't have anything to do with anybody that you mad at? Like, where is the mind state where, no, I just can't do no stupid shit like that? Why is stupid shit so prevalent?
I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing. Because I know enough, like an inside story to this story. He was on the ground, he says, he was and that's the only thing in my mind. He was looking like, but listen, since it's a positive story, you really can't scare me.
I'm gonna say it, I was laying on the ground with guys who had guns, so I was like, why are you laying on the ground?
And not fucking
Why you
Shoot back. God damn.
fuck are you do that?
Please.
Man, the whole time I think he was like, why y'all ain't shooting back? But if you would have asked me to go on the track, I'd be like, nah, I ain't going.
Ask me now. If we have any more track reunions, please rent the Machinist Hall or
Man, you know what it is? It's the same. To me, I know y'all, ain't nothing changed, man. It's always one bad apple gonna rule the other. It has always been like that. They ain't never gonna change. Because it was a nigga somewhere a long time ago decided, I'm finna steal something from somebody. Like, what made you even think to even, I'm finna take something from you? And that was waiting for any of our time. And it's just been going on because everything is somebody, they're not inventing none of this shit. They learned it from somebody.
but why we can't get past?
This
Like-
is what let me say this. When we were younger, you had the dope era.
Yes.
And what we didn't have
You knew better.
was, I know, right? What we didn't have, I was trying to take it off. What we didn't have was the regulation of, it wasn't needed that we had to worry about young kids going through neighborhoods shooting each other up. Like when something was shot up, it was I'm not gonna say legitimate.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a reason
like,
behind it.
Yeah, it was a reason behind it. Somebody did something wrong. Period. We didn't just randomly shoot everybody every day, 7 days a week. It was not necessary. That's why we were able to go out and we were able to go party. We can go through the parks. If Fats did something wrong,
We knew about it.
we knew about it.
But
And Fats also was smart enough to know
to leave y'all out of it.
to leave us out of it. He not gonna go nowhere where it's a whole lot of people where he can be in a position to be caught up. His whole thought process is, before they catch me, I'm gonna catch him, so I'm not gonna be outside where they at. Or at least I'm gonna be outside waiting where they at. I'm gonna wait till they come outside. Now they're gonna shoot you and the dog.
But you know what happened though, DT? And this is funny because like at the warehouse I was talking to a white dude and they asked me, like, why y'all was killing each other? And you know, like for a white person to ask me that, like I'm gonna give them my reason, but it started back then. Because even when people were selling crack and their mamas was on crack, it was kids that was like 6. It was kids that was 14. The 14-year-old was on the block hustling, but she was raising this 6-year-old. But all the 6-year-old, they didn't see the grandmas and grandpas like you saw. They saw the drug dealer. So what happened? When they got 14, they was doing it. The other kid. But now it's times 2. Then it's times 4. Now it's times 16. Now it's 1 million of y'all. And we simply like, what the fuck happened? It happened way back then.
Well, I agree because all of those same people who actually went to jail, if you're in jail, somebody told them how to do the game.
Exactly.
Okay? So if all of those people in jail, nobody is raising our young men. So they just, again, out there just doing what they want to do.
Now, I want to do this, though. Like, now, okay, we say that, we use all those bad examples. I was over in the Hill a couple of days ago, and I was just looking at how peaceful the Hill is. And the Hill was built off mob ties and mob business. And they don't allow that shit over there no more. And they celebrate being Italian and the Gothic things they used to do. But they
one person running it.
Well, that's
now,
because
hold on for a second. Like when I grew up, they were still blowing up cars and doing pipe bombs and shit over there, and they don't allow that. When do we get to that point where you go over on Prairie and over at JB or whatever, and it's red, black, and green crosswalks like this is a preserved neighborhood, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Let me say this.
Like they preserve things.
Dirty. It could be because it wasn't as many of them, and I think I mentioned that before. It's not as many as Italians as it is in St. Louis as it is blacks. Because I'm gonna try to believe that if we was in Madrid and it was like 100,000 black people, we was beefing in, but it's only 100,000 of us, bro. Like we really trapped right here. We ain't going nowhere. So at some point, We can't just move to the north side and be some more blacks over here. Like, this is it. It's either we're going to do this, and most of the people went to jail already, so we have no choice but to migrate. Like, ain't too many Italians nowhere else but on here that we know of. Like, that's their community. So it's kind of like, once we heard, we got to make this better. Or if we move back to Italy or move to Chicago. Us in St. Louis, we got an option to move to North Louis, to North County, to South County. It's a lot of options after we fuck up something.
That's a lot of Italians.
I mean, but where we are on the head.
I believe that they sit back and they look at us, and we are so smart to them. They know we're highly intelligent, but it becomes to a point where we're so smart that we're dumb. Step back. You don't have to do nothing. They don't even understand the power that they have. They just sit there and they base their power off of not even going in to get the information. It's just everything, whatever's on the surface. So we're going to sit back and we're going to let them do them. And eventually, they're going to kill each other off, and we're going to be good. That's a powerful thought process to have.
Do you think some of our dreams, like we should start changing our dreams? Like I listened to some man say, it's 7 million kids who want to play in the NBA right now.
Right.
But it's only 30 jobs available.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so, and I be looking at memes, be funny, like, hey, we need some mechanics. We need some math tutors. We need other jobs. We need other people to do things that pay very good money and stop dreaming about being this, that, another person. Like, we want to shine so much, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know what our mental fortitude is. Why are we like that? Where we need to be seen. We have to be known doing something. We just cannot be like, man, I'm very comfortable being okay. I got my tribe together, and anybody who I fuck with know we cool over here. Why? Where is that? Where is that drilled in our head from that?
Because it's no role models like that. You don't find any mechanics that's working hard, providing for their family. You don't see that anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that. Everybody want to be the dope boy. Everybody want to be the rapper. Everybody want to be the basketball player. You don't have enough people out here that's just regular jobs, taking care of home, living comfortable. You don't see that. You don't have that.
We don't
anymore.
glorify it enough.
You don't.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I mean, there's a lot of the thing about it is, if they control
Or
the
they
TV,
seeing it though.
they controlling the TV. So
But
they
you have your
control the image
community.
They control the image
No,
that,
but you
that
have
we
your
see.
community though. In your community, are you seeing that? No, you're not.
What you mean by it? Like, we see mechanics. The problem is we don't glorify it. We don't see no NBA players.
All right.
We don't see no NBA
I don't
players.
see them.
But
We don't see no NBA players in our community.
That's
No,
the thing,
but-
though.
We see them on TV.
But if it was a balance, there's no balance.
Look, you know what? It would more or less have to be, my solution would be, when you get to high school, middle school, right? You need somebody that come in there and got, well, it's just like I got, it cost $1,300. But I'm a mechanic. And once you get in your head like, damn, you're a mechanic and you got that shit, maybe I ain't gotta rap.
Wow.
Because this is what they want. You can't go in just changing their whole mindset. You know what? Y'all like big chains, huh? And
I
flash.
don't never want to raise anybody that thinks like that.
Well, I'm
you
not
know,
saying,
I have a son, and my son is 23 years old, and the way he was raised, like, I appreciate his mindset.
I'm speaking
My
of most
son-
of the kids.
My son, but we might be the problem. We might be the problem.
You know,
Like, I understand exactly what you're saying.
if we glorify a mechanic that look like you, see, listen, most mechanics we see, they all greasy, they dirty all the time. That ain't what I want to be. But if I see this mechanic when he get off like that, that dude look just like the dude down the street who rapping, because we glorify the people who trapping.
That's
this is what people are doing.
Mechanic on Facebook, I see them on Instagram, I follow them. This is the day and age of social media. So that same mechanic, I do see
That mindset though about money is very poor.
But
That's a poor mindset.
we're not going to change that. We're not going to change that.
Are you a mechanic buying Balenciaga? Like, why?
But my thing is, why can't I buy? I like nice things.
You doing something good.
Who says that only Balenciagas are good because red bottoms hurt my feet bad?
Let me explain something to you. That's because,
They
listen,
just
we
cost
going
us
off of
something.
what kids glorify. That's why most of the kids want to sell drugs.
And I feel like
Because I see them doing
No, we glorify that shit. That's what they are saying.
Let me say
We
this.
are the ones
Let me
glorifying.
say
I said that a
Go
year ago.
ahead,
Let
DT.
me say this. I'm gonna go all the way back. I'm gonna start it off with like Santa Claus. kids are taught in the beginning to dream.
Mm-hmm.
We have become such dream killers. We don't give them an opportunity to think past anything that's right here. Because the first thing that you learn when you're a kid, you learn the tooth fairy, you learn about the Easter Bunny, you learn about all these different things. I got a point to this. My point is, the minute you decide to take away that there is no Santa Claus or there is no Easter Bunny, I'm the mama, I'm the dad, I supply everything. So that dream that baby had is now different. He has to look like, okay, all these gifts are from my mom and dad, so there's really no Santa Claus. There's nothing for me to look forward to. After you take that away, what else are you giving them? Are you really giving them, like, Fats, I will say, you get up and you go to work and your children see you work and you still have nice things. But what are you instilling in them to want more than?
I want to add on that. Okay.
But what else is there besides just, so I'm just supposed to settle for my daddy going to work? Can I settle for my daddy going to work and plus own something but if I'm not saying that to him, because I have to battle with social media. I have to battle with him and his peer pressure from his friends. You can look however way we want.
But it's how we raise our children.
You can raise them till the cows come home. I promise you. There is nothing more influential than somebody his age that is messed up.
I think it depends. And this is why I'm going to say that. But my son is a little different too, though. You know what I'm saying? He's the type of kid where he never cared what people thought. You know, it was instilled in him. He never cared what people thought. Like to this day, he's 3. He's different, though. You know what I'm saying?
My son different.
He is one of them type of dudes where I say, son, why you ain't got a haircut? Well, mama, I ain't getting a haircut until I got XYZ in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, it depends on how you raise them. Also, I think that makes sense. Like, for instance, you were talking about the Santa Claus stuff. Yes.
Not to get a haircut.
So, his mind. Anyway, so as far as Santa Claus go, I had a friend. I know, but maybe I thought of something. One of my friends was talking to me about he didn't want to take away that dream from his daughter about Santa Claus. So what he didn't want to just come out like Santa Claus is fake and all that, right? So what he did was he told her, write down a list that you want Santa Claus to get for you, and write down a list you want Daddy to get for you. Well, she ain't get shit from Santa. She got everything from her dad. So she came up with the conclusion on her own. Ain't no Santa come through this. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we went.
It's no transition. We just take away.
Yes.
I saw today the engineer when he was setting up his equipment. His son ain't number 8. He like, hey, come on.
Yeah.
And he set up everything like.
Yep.
And if your first role model or the first person you want to be like is your father, if you see your daddy all the time, I don't give a fuck what's going on TV, what they rapping about. If he controlling your environment, that's the first person. Unless he's a dickhead, that's the first person you want to be like.
I agree.
And it's even worse for women because you're thinking we just got a shitty daddy, or we got a daddy that's not there. We don't have an example. We fending for ourselves. I know in my own personal situation, I said, I'm never going to be like my mom. I'm going to always have somebody that can take care of me or that can look out for me because I never ever want to work so hard that a man ain't working and he looking at me when I come home. Right. I don't never want that. I guarantee you it's going to be a nigga that can take care of me for the rest of my life.
And you know what's crazy? Because it's like two sides to it. It's like some people like, I don't want no man to look for me because my daddy did it all. Then you got some women like, I'm going to be independent. I'm a family man, take care of me. So it's really no right way. I just feel like when you get a certain age, you're going to go down the path you're going to go down. Like, I don't, not break both of my kids in college. Both of them are total fucking opposites. One of them, like, I'm going to be a millionaire. One of them going to be like, I'm going to use all my resources. If I got to go ask for some money, I'm going to do that. And that's just, it ain't no more I can say to them. I mean, not like about what they're going to do. They made their decisions already on which way they want to go. But now, I'm gonna try to guide them, but it ain't really nothing. This is a decision that you made. You know, like, I want you to be like this, but my life, you know, like, I'm living my life too. You know what I'm saying? My life ain't over because it just kind of seemed when I was their age, my mama life was over. Like, I didn't see her getting up, going out, going to kick it, doing stuff. Like today, me and my son playing the game. I'm like, bro, I beat you when you 17, and my dad wasn't playing the fucking game. he was somewhere chilling, like just got off work and they're watching TV. Things have changed and they evolved, so it's hard to compare kids to then to now because everything is different.
The dream is never different. The whole thought process.
What's the dream?
Whatever you want it to be.
But we teach our kids not to chase no dream.
No, I'm not teaching my son.
I'm just saying the NFL is a dream. We got to teach them reality too. Like,
no, you teach them goals to get to the dream.
But
that's what you do.
You know what,
That's the word we use. We never had a word goal.
You're 100% right. But what do you? I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. What you said 100% right. But sometimes people, when they don't get them dreams, they don't know what to fall back on. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not discrediting nothing you said. No. But a lot of times what happens is people chase them dreams. Like I was gonna listen. I know people they took their son to every camp, every football tournament, every Nike tournament. And when they didn't make it, they lost now.
Hear me
right now. Like, damn, man, you should have went to Spar for 5 years when he was doing that
Dash
shit.
on TV.
Who?
Damon Dash.
Okay.
And he was on Matt Barnes and I can't think of.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah. So Matt Barnes said, no. Damon said, well, what you want to do with yourself now that you're in the NBA? He was like, oh, well, he was like, no, for real, what you want to do? He said, I think I want to be an actor. He said, nigga, you an actor. He said, what? He said, nigga, you an actor. He said, I ain't no actor. I got to go to school. I got to go. He said, no, nigga, you an actor. He said, no, I got to do. He said, let me break it down for you. He said, when you got to a certain age, you realized you want to be a basketball player. We're not our grandparents. We ain't our parents where you stay at the same situation forever in your life.
Right.
We different. That means when you got through being a basketball player, the Dream Angels came down and they took that dream on and you got into something else. There is a possibility still you could be something great at something else. Now he has a very huge podcast and he's active. Damon Dash said, let me show you something. He got up out of his seat, went behind the cameras. He said, I want you to give me a scene where you do this and you do this and y'all do it together. They did it. He said, nigga, you a real actor now. Nothing makes you when you are what you want to be. When you decide to take that to the next level, you don't have to spend your whole life wanting to be when you realize that football don't work for you. Okay, football ain't working for my son. Make him understand there is a freaking anesthesiologist. He could be a whole therapist.
Can I say something?
They already rich. That's
Can I please say something? So earlier you
said already rich. That's
that
we
snatched the opportunity by taking away Santa Claus and things like that. My daughter knows in the beginning that Santa Claus is a story. That is a story. It's fictitious.
Yes.
But you could still know and believe in that story about the fictitious, but know that this is not a real person. So if you know that today you were a basketball player and tomorrow you want to be an actor, you could know that other people believe in Santa Claus and that's what works for them. But if it's no Santa Claus, you still know that mama still wants to go get them presents. So you could still be whatever it is beyond those things because these people are still stuck in this box thinking like, well, Santa Claus brought me this shit. But she never believed that to begin with.
She could only not believe it if you told her. If you tell her it ain't no daddy,
somebody gonna tell her.
If you tell her she ain't got no daddy, you telling me she ain't got no daddy?
It's just like the kids telling her
answer me a
that.
question. So you telling me she ain't got no daddy? Now her daddy ain't there. That don't mean she ain't got no daddy. The whole point of this is it's not about the fictional character.
If he ain't there, you ain't got no daddy.
No, you missing the point. The father, just the person that helped create her.
And you ain't here, you not here. But that's another story.
I think to wrap that segment up, we just have to set better examples. If you take your kids to all the Nike camps and all this type of stuff, what you do have to show them that hard work.
Yeah.
You got to show work ethic. Like your son seeing you sit on the couch all day, don't give him no inspiration to do a whole lot more. What you can go somebody else do something else that might be a bad example.
Or you work 12 hours and your son, like, I don't ever want to have to work this hard for this to only be able to sit on the couch when I get home. Because you're really working hard, but now you're tired. You don't have no more time.
Let me pick it back up a little bit. I was watching what's your name podcast, the rapper, Mad Hop. And Tony Yale was on it. So he said something that kind of woke me up a little bit. He was like, man, I did everything I could to take my kids out the hood. He was like, I took them out the hood. It's like we stayed up there in, let's say, West Manchester or whatever. He was like, my daughter was the only black person in the school. He was like, man, she was on the motherfucking hit list to get killed. He was like, they put the boy back in school. He said, then I sat back and thought about it, like, it's nothing I can really do right. He said, if I would have left her in the hood, some shit could have happened. They'd be like, nigga, what you still doing here? He was like, but me being out there, I'm depriving her from her people. Because she out here all the time. He was like, man, I really felt bad. So it really ain't no happy medium. You know what I'm saying? Because just because, like, I'm gonna move right now. I'm gonna move out there. I'm gonna sit back and think like, damn, maybe it was better than my kids was probably still, I'm not gonna say the hood, but they still down here amongst their peers and trying to go out there with somebody who really don't even like us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I kind of got from it. Like, damn, is this a step I really want to make? Going out here where my kids go outside like you the nigga.
If there's no bad, there's no such thing as good. Everything would just be things.
You made that shit up.
No, dead ass. He asked earlier, at what point are we gonna be like, oh, well, that's enough? Well, everybody's never gonna always feel like, oh, that's enough. Because then everything would just be things.
Point,
it has to be bad to be good.
But you know what though?
It has to be let down
point,
for you to have your dreams fulfilled. Because what do you know that fulfillment is if you've never been let down?
This is what I'm saying.
That makes no sense.
I'm agreeing with you. But at some point in our life, hey, at some point in our life, we gotta say, you know what? I did enough. You know, because us as black, I'm like, man, I can do more. No, nigga, I did enough. Like, I just want to sit back and say, you know what? I did it. I'm moving on. I did it. I don't care if it's your kids, your job, whatever, your podcast. Hey, bro, I ain't trying to keep on. I ain't got to be seeing here. Bro, I did enough. Like, I think that sometimes when we say our goals, we keep moving the goalposts. My goal was to go to school to be a doctor. Okay, now I'm a doctor. Now what? Now I got to go be the top doctor. I don't have to be. I'm here.
That's what Dirty said about, I know my shit straight.
Yeah,
I moved with the house I
cool
moved in. I bought this motherfucker. We good. I don't have to go buy 17 properties and be the next biggest realtor motherfucker.
But the problem is we got people, and I'm not saying they're wrong for saying this, but they say like you need to do more. Why you not doing this? And we find ourselves comparing ourselves to other people. That's the problem. We find out, and that's really social media. We find ourselves comparing ourselves to other people way too much.
And on social media, that should be fake anyway.
Yeah,
you see these people, and you like, wow.
You downplay what you're doing so much because you think you're not doing enough.
And then other people can think you doing so much and you fucking not. Like, I be trying to make it seem like
fuck y'all robbing me for?
My life is just all this, but they can see the way it is.
What y'all robbing me for?
Like,
I'm so
Hey, you know, something kind of wrong with my mind a little bit.
a lot is wrong with it.
I walk in these big ass, listen, I've been doing these big ass houses out here like Ellisville and shit. I be like, damn, I love this crib, but I always find something wrong with it. Now I wouldn't move here because they ain't get backyard ain't big enough. This ain't right. My house down there perfect. Look at that house. Oh man, they only got 6 rooms. Why you ain't got 8? It's always gonna be something in my mind to make it to where it's not right for me. Yeah. Unless I get it.
Then you make it perfect.
That was mine.
I guess I'm digging what everybody is saying right now, and it's kind of conclusive that like we just gotta want more and we gotta display more. We gotta show more.
Want better.
As far as the topic of the
what's
topic.
Quality over quantity is the
Exactly.
point.
Exactly.
That she was
Quality
saying.
over quantity.
Quality over
Our values
quantity.
need to come back down to where they were. We have our eyes are bigger than what our hearts are right now. So we just need to get back to where we're the basic needs and the things that we need to fulfill our families.
We was better off when we were broker, and those are facts.
Facts.
When we were broke, yes, we was. People were, you weren't even born yet.
Hey, bro, I used to straight go to what's it called, beauty supply, and be able to ball out in some motherfucking netted slide-ins. Goddamn,
With
be
flowers on.
yes, and be balling on the floor. What are you talking about? Did anybody give a fuck?
And everybody was close, and everybody was closer. Families were more together.
What?
We had better role models.
The majority rules right now. Everybody gives a fuck about a brand or a wedding.
The problem
That's
is
the problem.
you're around the wrong people.
People don't even know who
It's people who still don't give a
Teflon is
fuck.
on his bag.
Let me
Don't
tell
even
you
know why it's important to have
Let
one.
me tell you something.
What do you
It's
think
somebody
that
who's going to with them shoes on and they'll love your dirty drawers.
I can't even pronounce or spell the shoe.
You just around the wrong people.
No, I don't think I'm around you, and I still can't pronounce or spell that motherfucker. I'm around strippers. I'm around strippers all day long. I'm around hairstylists every day. Okay. They are into that type of stuff. I'm not into that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It just don't move me, you know. But I don't know how to. I'm not saying I don't because I'm a confident woman and that stuff don't matter. So I think it has a lot to do with me. But I still don't. I be lost as ever when it comes to that type of stuff. I don't know how to spell the shit and I don't know how to pronounce it.
It ain't for everybody.
It's not. It's not for me. But it doesn't make me.
It don't mean because it's not for you that
but
it don't.
You know the
it don't belittle nobody.
But the thing is, the people that I see with that stuff don't own a home, don't own a car, ain't got no license plates on their stuff. Ooh. You know, ain't got no car insurance. The people who I see with that type of stuff, they don't have real priorities. That I wouldn't look at that as a priority. Like, why you got on them? How much them shoes cost? $1,300, and you mean to tell me you ain't got no place on your court? Ain't that backwards?
I think that's kind of the point that we've been making the whole day.
Yes, so people.
That not only that is that we worry about what the next person doing. I'm just saying that we worry about what the next person doing. So this is how I feel. My shit right. But if you want to go out and spend your money on this, man, do that.
No,
that's not okay. Me crazy that's why I'm not doing it.
No, that's why we have a problem. That's why we're working it though. Because you don't have.
It's always somebody who got their credit better than yours.
And that's not the case.
Why you got them lashes on if you ain't got your credit at 100%?
Somebody should be able to say to you
because you don't have no credit at all.
Somebody should be able to come to you and tell you like, come on now, kids. Why you got on them shoes? But you know, if you don't pay to get these plates, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then it's gonna end up getting tickets. Right. What if something happens to your car and you can't replace it? Somebody should be able to say that to you. Like we can't say we
bring you back down to reality.
Yes, come on now. People be too caught up.
I should be able to get better when he's broke.
What Up Though Radio is moving to Elmo's in the next couple of weeks. We're going to start a different vibe. It's going to be more of a R&B after set. Of course, the crowd will still be there. Little compilation at Fat. What's the name of your shit?
Shit, what you mean? I had no name.
What's that little thing on your logo?
Fat the Promoter.
Yeah, whatever.
Fat 314. That's Instagram. I can't tell you.
You got an Instagram to say Fat the Promoter?
No.
I think that's what they say in the thing. You know, I got the thing that say Fat the Promoter. Some bullshit.
Anyway,
it's not important.
So we've enjoyed being at Prime 55 for the season 5.
Shout out to Prime 55,
really?
even though it ain't no here.
What you gonna miss about Prime 55?
Comparing it to Elmo's.
The setup's gonna be really decent.
Hey, hold on, wait a minute.
Here we go.
Elmo's.
I like this type of setting. It's very laid back. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know how Elmo's gonna be?
Ain't it gonna be? You said R&B, right?
Yeah, but we got.
This is very, like I said, and it's just my opinion. I'm not trying to knock nobody, or I'm with it.
I don't think you heard enough.
Well, I feel like I'm gonna miss Prime. I don't think I said was I'm gonna miss Prime 55.
There's gonna be no music playing.
I like this type of scenery. I like it here. I do.
We're gonna have to. It's all about the optics. Tonight's show is a little shorter than normal. We didn't have a lot of content, but it was great. I like a lot of fun. DT, thanks for bringing the anchor in. Like
I miss her
every time.
I need you here when you're not here to fess some of our points out like this. In closing,
I need to be here by myself with these men.
In closing, we got to do better. We have to be more aware of what we're doing and the messages that we put out in the community. As older men, younger men, we have to start checking each other. Men have to start checking each other about what we're doing wrong and what we're doing right.
Come on, brother.
And we need to start giving people pats on the back for not being a star, but just for being a normal man, for the guy that's getting on the bus every day.
I like that.
Start glorifying just being a good person. and not glorifying your material values and what you're driving and what you're wearing, and just glorify your values and mechanics and your moral fortitude, the things that you are showing other humans how to be in this world. Let's start taking away all that social media, like you said, that shit don't even mean nothing.
It does.
You know, I was giving kids when I pull up in the fast. I ain't really gonna tell them myself. Fast food restaurant, and I see kids. I would give them like $20, and she like, man, why you give me this? I'm saying you don't know what it means to be working. Get this structure. Just start somewhere. Just don't be out on the street.
You making away 20?
I was the healthy food section. They gotta shut up.
It's got hot in this motherfucker.
So,
I'm just so proud of them.
with that being said, man, I don't know if this is our last episode of Real Prime 55, but we will be moving forward. You know, we're looking forward to this R&B Tuesday. Fez, you got anything to say about R&B?
It's gonna be $2 Tuesdays. So be sound a little more. It's gonna be cracking.
Go DJ.
It's your birthday.
It's gonna be nice, man. Like it's gonna be more of a. It's gonna be like an R&B night, so it's gonna be
It's
fun.
gonna be for grown folks. We need everybody that's grown.
I will be
almost chill.
Yeah,
Just come on out.
bartending
and Dirty Wills.
After the show,
Yeah.
I'll
I'll
be
be
not
behind the
taking
bar.
tickets. I will be
You gonna be
not,
doing what?
not taking tickets.
I'm about to say you be working.
No,
What you
I
talking
will
about?
be behind the bar.
my cousin working.
Me and Dirty.
Who?
Oh, wow.
Okay, listen. We also. Hey, me and this motherfucker right here. Ferry got her own brunch coming. This Bad Girls Brunch. Hosted by Ferry.
I'll also be bartending then too.
You gonna be doing doubles?
Oh, yes.
I gotta see this shit. I'm telling y'all. I want to see how this gonna work. They're like they can work all day. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a
Hey,
they trying to get that money.
That's what I said. Until the fish started. I'm just sitting down. I've been here since 6. I ain't heard
If
this
my
shit.
feet can hurt in the 6 inches, they can hurt on the flats.
I heard
At
it.
midnight,
For real.
it'll be
Can't hear
49. At midnight tonight, it'll be 49 trips around the sun for me.
At midnight tonight.
Yeah.
How about that week before?
Yeah.
That's why when you
He
the
said-
show last week, we want to do much.
Shout out to the Libras. I like them now.
Libra gang.
Okay.
Oh, we finna go get.
Holla
We
back.
finna drink a lot of water.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Please go check out the podcast on Spreaker, or all the any podcast streaming network that you use. Shouts out to my guy 50 by 30. He's responsible for
About 30.
See y'all next week
Next week.
or maybe the week after.
Yes, I'm a baby.
Holla back.
Stop the cat.
Baby of the
I'm
crew.
thinking younger.